Remember when you first set up your wedding business and you dreamed of being fully booked, but fast forward to now and it's client calls, emails at 10 p.m., 4 weddings in a single weekend, and you're quietly wondering, is this actually what I wanted?
Booked out burnout is a real thing. And if you're running on fumes, this episode is your permission slip to slow down without losing momentum or money. A few years ago, we were feeling it. We were smashing it on paper. We had packed calendar, wait lists, we had dream clients. But behind the scenes, we were exhausted, snappy, crying over emails.
All the things.
All the things and resenting clients that we actually really loved.
And it wasn't because we didn't love our work, but it was because the way we had built the business and the way that the business had grown didn't leave any room for us.
Exactly. Scaling wasn't about more bookings, it was about more balance. And that's what we're going to help you find today. So get ready.
Okay, firstly, let's start with a little check-in. Here are 5 signs that you might be heading for burnout. Firstly, you dread checking your inbox. Secondly, you have no boundaries with time or availability.
And this used to be me.
Yeah, this works both ways. It works whether you're somebody that is super busy with bookings, or maybe you're somebody who is spending a lot of time really chasing that next booking inside of your business. Thirdly, you may start to feel like you're resenting your work, even though you really love the outcome. 4, your brain doesn't switch off. This is definitely a me one, even on a weekend or on holidays. And the last one, you're thinking, can I keep doing this?
And the thing to know here is you don't need to wait until you go pop to make a change. You can start to make changes right this second. The business that got you here won't get you to where you are going. At some point, you've got to stop the hustle and start strategizing. And we are queens at this, and this is why we're here.
Now, that means things like scaling with purpose, looking at how you can build a sustainable business that is here next year, the year after, for as long as you want this wonderful career and this wonderful business that you have set up. So things like you're increasing your average order value, streamlining inquiries, onboarding, and saying no to things that's not aligned with your purpose and your business.
Scaling doesn't have to mean more clients. It can mean more margin, more breathing room, and more importantly, more control.
Now, if you're book solid, you've got proof already that people love and want what you do. Now, this means it's time to raise your prices, not because of ego, but because of capacity.
And you can use a value-led framework when communicating your pricing shift. Don't just whack £300 on and hope for the best. You can position it as, we're evolving to serve fewer clients, but even better with more time, more attention, and more detail.
And your dream clients will really respect that honesty from you.
So burnout often comes from doing the same tasks over and over again, manually every single time. But what if I was going to tell you that you don't have to do that?
You need to be looking at your business a little bit more clever, automating the things that you repeat often. So having autoresponders on for inquiries, flow desk sequences for nurturing your leads, booking workflows using CRM tools, and Instagram and comment DM replies via an automation tool like ManyChat, so you never miss the opportunity to open a conversation with somebody who could be your ideal client.
Now, automation doesn't have to mean becoming a robot. It's about saving your brain power for what actually matters.
Yeah, perfectionism is a little bit sneaky, isn't it? It makes you think one more tweak will fix things, but really it's stealing your time and stealing your confidence.
You have to think here, progress over perfect every single time.
Yeah, done and launched and evolving and learning is always better than perfect, but unpublished.
And I think the thing to think here is, what does success actually mean to you? So have a good think about that.
Yeah, if it's 50 weddings a year, but you're crying in October, that's not really success. But what if success was 20 weddings that you absolutely love and adore, 3 days off a week, and a consistent income?
Your version gets to change, especially when the old version doesn't fit the mold anymore.
So let's give you some real life changes that you can make this week that are really going to help you get focused on where you're going and ensure that you're not headed for burnout. So firstly, set some office hours on your emails and advertise them on your email signature. Secondly, and this one was massive for my productivity, make sure you're checking emails at set times throughout the day, not having it as a tab and flicking in and out of it 25 times a day. Yes, I've been there. Or at 9 p.m. with Love Island on in the background. Also been there. Use autoresponders, make sure their automations are set up, like things like mini chats, so people get the information they want and need at the moment that they are most excited to reach out. Also, batch your work.
Yep.
Think about what things you could batch together inside of your diary. We do this with our clients twice a year, where we look and we plan our months ahead, where we look at what tasks where we can batch, whether that's marketing tasks, whether it's scheduling content, whether it's admin, client calls. When you get into that flow, you're often more productive. And fifth, and you definitely take this one into your personal lives as well, say no and don't feel like you have to justify it. You can say things like, I'm at capacity that week, but I'd love to refer you to somebody great. You're not letting anybody down. And I think that's something that we constantly feel that we have to do inside this industry, and as women, that we have to say yes to absolutely everything that comes your way.
You do not. Protecting your energy protects your creativity.
And your peace.
Yeah. And that's what you are really selling.
Yeah, being booked out should feel good. It shouldn't feel like a prison. And being burnt out definitely doesn't serve your clients.
You can scale, grow, and stay in demand without being on the edge of burnout. Let's build a business, the business that we love.
Yeah. And if this has landed for you, do let us know. We want to hear any shifts that you're going to make this week, anything that resonated inside of the video for you.
And make sure you do hit that subscribe, because next week we're diving into how to read. We're not doing that. Why does it do that? I don't know if we're doing that. And make sure you hit subscribe, because every single week we are dropping the goods for your wedding business. So make sure you do that.